Shaded by Chanel was actually supposed to be a nail polish line catering to Black and brown women. I really wanted to come out with this elaborate new collection featuring different shades. I didn't know I could do nails. I ordered the stuff from Amazon. So I sat down and I did my first nail set and I said, wow, I said, girl, like you can really do nails. The one thing that I do to help Shaded by Chanel stand out, I style the nails I style outfits according to the nails. I have a ChatGPT subscription. I even named him Ace. Like that is my best friend. That's my assistant, my email, right? Like everything. I use ChatGPT for a lot of stuff in the business and it's very, very helpful. So do not worry about there's a million and one other, brands that are similar to the brand that you want to create, or they're offering the same exact products, because at this point we have no excuse. ChatGPT will help you come up with something that nobody else has thought of. So utilize AI and think outside the box, but allow AI to do the thinking outside the box for you. From a humility standpoint, I think that it's very important for every single business owner. You have to know how to do each and every single role within your business.
Welcome to the Afluencer Podcast. We got a treat for our beauty influencers today, especially our nano and micro influencers. We have Shanell Camp. She's the founder of ShadedbyShanell, a new brand dedicated to beauty, effortless beauty, easy daily care, self-care, a lot of good stuff and some cool products that she's already rolled out. So she's moving fast. Shanell, welcome. And can you give us a little background in terms of what inspired you to start ShadedbyShanell?
Thank you for having me, Brett. So what actually inspired me to start Shaded by Chanel? Shaded by Chanel was actually supposed to be a nail polish line catering to Black and brown women. I really wanted to come out with this elaborate new collection featuring different shades of nude. And after a year or so of testing different nail polishes, talking to vendors and manufacturers, I could not find what I was looking for. And to be honest, what I was looking for was perfection. So it was on me. And in the back of my mind, it said, hey, why don't you start actually selling press-on nails and then seeing the colors that the customers buy. And then that way you'll kind of know what shades to actually do the nail polish line with. So that's how Shaded by Chanel came about.
Okay, got it. Yeah, perfect. Classic entrepreneur story, right? You didn't like how everyone's doing it, wanted to make it perfect. So what interesting then on the press-on nails being the start then, what were the biggest challenges as you're creating that product and getting it out to market?
So my biggest challenge was my confidence. I didn't know I could do nails. Like it literally was just an idea in my mind, and I ordered the stuff from Amazon. So this was during COVID, like right when COVID started. So we were all scared to be around people or even get packages, because if your package got COVID, you're gonna die. Like it was just a thing, right?
Yeah, right.
So I was already nervous from that aspect. I'm like, I gotta order stuff for something that I don't even know if I can really actually do. And then I sat down and I did my first nail set and I said, wow, I said, girl, like you can really do nails. And then I went on YouTube and I really taught myself, I watched different videos to see what the other women were doing. And I actually taught myself how to do press-on. So that was my biggest challenge, having the confidence in doing something that I didn't know that I could really do.
Yeah, very cool. How's the industry changed? That's funny. You took me back because I do remember wiping down. You couldn't go to the stores, couldn't go to the grocery store. So we all turned into Amazon creatures and we're ordering from Amazon, but I do remember wiping everything down now because you didn't know, especially early on in COVID, what was going on. How have you seen your industry, the beauty industry, evolve in those 5 years since COVID, when you started doing the press-on nails, to today?
So everybody probably already know what I'm going to mention, which is AI. The evolution of AI it's a beautiful thing, but it's also scary depending on your industry. And I will say that while it has impacted the beauty industry a lot, the impact that it's had towards nails that I have paid attention to is amazing. It's something that I actually want to take advantage of. They have the robot machines that you stick your hand and it paints the nails. I want one of those, right? Because it's that's amazing. I could set that up in an airport, or I can set it up in, wherever in the mall or something like that. And people can come in, get their nails done and make it so much easier in that aspect. So AI is one of the things that I have seen really help this industry evolve.
Oh, that's very cool. Very cool. Have you been using it in your business? Any AI tools behind the scenes, also ChatGPT or any of that stuff to help grow, scale?
Yeah, I have a ChatGPT subscription. I talk to that thing. I even named him Ace. We are in a full-blown work relationship. Like that is my best friend. That's my assistant, my email, right? Like everything. I use ChatGPT for a lot of stuff in the business, and it's very, very helpful.
Yeah, funny. I see that from the business owner standpoint, that we noticed on our end, we were getting more referrals last year. We couldn't figure out where, because there was kind of like a dark matter, right? And it was coming from, and turns out, yeah, it was ChatGPT referring us. And I found that with friends who are business owners as well, where we kind of live on it. I'm the same way, right? I've got my local client, I got the subscription like you, kind of living on it, and then your average person, I think, is still kind of on Google. So there's almost a difference there, right? Where you imagine people will, once they get into ChatGPT, maybe we do it out of necessity, where we're just always looking to be more efficient, versus Google's kind of that habit where people are going to it. So let's talk about creative ways to stand out then. No shortage of beauty brands out there, right? And you're going against a lot of established competitors when you're launching there. So what are creative ways that you've been able to stand out, or do you recommend upstart brands consider when they're breaking into a space that, again, is it's crowded, it's established, and there's a lot of, it's the who's who there. So there's no shortage of advertising dollars being poured into these competitive products.
So the one thing that I do to help Shaded by Chanel stand out in comparison to other personal nail brands is I actually have there's an avenue in Shaded by Chanel where I style the nails I style outfits according to the nails. So some of the designs that I create, I know that they are very abstract, because abstract is my favorite type of art. So the last thing I ever want a woman to do is to look at my nails and say, well, how do I wear these? Or like, what kind of outfit do I wear this with? So I tend to style most, if not all, of the nails. For someone or anybody that's trying to get into the beauty industry, especially within the nail sector, I would definitely say talk to ChatGPT, because I just talked to ChatGPT probably about 2 weeks ago and asked ChatGPT, hey, help me create a digital product that no other personal nail brand has right now, and the stuff that thing came up with. So do not worry about there's a million and one other brands that are similar to the brand that you want to create, or they're offering the same exact products, because at this point we have no excuse. ChatGPT will help you come up with something that nobody else has thought of. So utilize AI and think outside the box, but allow AI to do the thinking outside the box for you.
Yeah, very cool. Got you. So it'll find the gap. You found the initial gap with your own experience, but that's great insight where you can kind of turn the robot loose, Ace, right? And say go, and just kind of look at the space and find the gaps. And it's amazing. I can't believe the speed at which it turns these answers back. Even if you go, the regular answers are crazy fast. Then even deep research, considering how comprehensive it's scanning, is really impressive also, where you can kind of look at the whole net and then pop it back.
It's like in 2 seconds. It's like, where was AI when I was in school? I am jealous.
Right. I know. It would have been a game changer. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk social media. Are you doing anything on social media yourself for your brand? Was that a big strategy early on? Tell us what's going on socials.
Yeah, so on socials, when I originally started my brand, probably within like the first couple of months, I had got a social media manager. And then I had actually had to let her go just because of cost and all that kind of stuff like that. But I'm now in the process of getting her back. I applied for grants. So there's something else too. If you are a business owner, if you already have an established business, or you're trying to get your business started, apply for grants. It's free money, so why not take advantage of it? So I'm in the process of getting her back, but in the meantime, in between time, I've been doing the social media myself.
Oh yeah, very cool. What have you learned through that in terms of doing it yourself? Do you think it's been valuable to you having to figure it out, and now you'll be stronger when you bring your social media person back in terms of knowing what works?
So from a humility standpoint, I think that it's very important for every single business owner. You have to know how to do each and every single role within your business, right? Especially if you're a small business. Now, if you're a major business, I get you may not know certain things. But if you're a small business and you're building this thing from the bottom up, it's very important that you know what it takes to actually get certain things done. So from that side, I'm very grateful that, I am the person that has been doing the social media, but I'm very exhausted. I'm at the point now where I realize that there are people that are gifted in the areas that I'm not gifted in. I don't have to know how to literally do or I don't have to be the one doing everything in my business. I just have to have the knowledge of how to do it, right? She's, my social media manager. She's gifted in that area. That's what she's called to do. So I'm going to allow her to do that in my brand. And I cannot wait to get her back, because social media can be very challenging, and the changes and, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, totally. I hear you. I've never understood it myself. I've never had that gift myself, which people always find funny. So, well, you do a social media company. I'm like, well, no, it's different, because we're kind of trying to find people who are gifted, like you said, right? And then pair them up and kind of lean on them. Let's talk about your influencer campaigns. You've got 3 active collabs with us, so I definitely want to talk through those and plug those. What types of influencers have you worked with so far? Who are you looking to collab with going forward?
So I just shipped my first collab order, which I'm so excited about.
Very cool.
She is a college student. She's actually in art school, which I thought was amazing, because I think that she understands the artistic nature and also what it takes to be a creative, and the mentality and the capacity that it takes on your mind to actually create. So I'm waiting for her to go ahead and to create the actual content, but so far it's been really good. She's very communicative. She understands what it is that I'm looking for. She's in, I want to say she's in the Gen Z, because she's younger than me. So I know that she'll be good for, my Gen Z people. And then for the active collab that I do have, I'm basically really looking for someone who is familiar with personal nails already. And the main reason why I'm asking for that is because when you wear my nails, I want your authentic opinion. I don't want you to say, y'all, these nails are good just because I sent you a free product. I want you to be able to compare my nails to Kiss or whoever you typically wear and say, hey, like Shaded by Chanel quality is amazing. Or I love Shaded by Chanel's packaging in comparison to who I normally wear. I really want it to be genuine. So that's why I'm kind of like asking for a influencer who is already familiar with press-ons.
Got it. Cool. And we'll get the link to the collab in the show notes here. So for our influencers who are watching, listening, who are familiar, press on nails, you can apply, and we'll get you hopefully introduced to Shanell. We'll get your application on your desk there. You can review it with Ace and see if it's a potential fit for you. Yeah. So going forward then, what's next for Shaded by Shanell? New products, new collabs, what's on the horizon rest of this year and going forward?
Yes, so prayerfully there is going to be more collabs. I'm also getting ready to start offering one-on-one press-on nail application sessions. So anyone that's out there that really wants to get into press-on nails, but they don't know where to start, or if they're familiar with them, but they can't get them to last and they really need that one-on-one help, that's something that I'm going to be offering. I'm also coming out with a brand new cuticle oil. It's going to be lavender. And then I'm also doing a hand and foot oil, which can be used as a body oil, and it's going to be lavender, which is really, really good for mosquito repellent. So that's one of the main reasons why I chose the lavender scent. And then you'll see a lot of great things with marketing as far as email marketing and social media marketing as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's great with mosquito season coming upon us. That's pretty timely. I know we all get trying for the natural. You always want the natural solutions. The more natural, the better.
Yes, and I hate mosquitoes, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I looked, it was last year, maybe a couple years ago, looking for kind of those quote unquote graceful, like mechanical solutions where you just put the box there and then when you dig, it turns out these things are terrible, right? Because they they've got a low level, basically have a low level poison that they spray in the air, and it's enough to keep the mosquitoes away, but it's not something you want to be breathing either. So the lavender oil by Shaded by Shanell is definitely the way to go. On the mosquito repellent.
Go natural.
Go natural, exactly. Give us your info, Michelle, in terms of socials, how people can follow you, how people can order your products.
Okay, so you can follow me on all social media platforms, as well as YouTube at Shaded by Shanell, ShadedbyShanell. Make sure you spell my name right, because if you don't, it's not going to pop up. And then you can shop my products at www.ShadedbyShanell, again, ShadedbyShanell.com.
Great. Awesome. We'll get all those links in social media handles in the show notes as well. So we'll make sure people get the direct links so they get the real Shanell. And we'll have to have you back when you get these new products out there too, and the new collabs and get an update from it. That's be exciting.
I would love to come back. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, very good. Well, it's been great chatting with you, Shanell. Yeah, thanks for coming on the show. And to our beauty influencers, again, we'll get the link to Shanell's current collabs in the show notes there, so you can click, and then we'll get your application hopefully on her desk and get you hopefully connected with her. Thanks again, Shanell. It's been fun.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.